What is the best hardcore tower in TDS in 2025? Today, I'll review all 4 hardcore towers, their mechanics, DPS, and which one is the best. 4th place goes to the Necromancer because it's barely used anywhere. This is the worst hardcore tower. It does have some pros, but the cons heavily outweigh them. DPS, 147 at max level. Cost, 62,070 for max level. Placement limit, 3. The first 3 levels are unplayable. The tower uses a skeleton mechanic. The Necromancer must be placed near the path to summon gravestones. When he attacks, gravestones appear on hit and level up over time. Ability: Resurrect the Dead, destroys all gravestones and summons skeleton units based on their level. At max gravestone level, skeletons have 8,600 HP but deal low damage. However, after attacking, the Necromancer won't attack again for 3 seconds, and without skeletons, he's useless. And remember, he needs to rebuild gravestones after using the ability. So here's a simple example to show just how limited this tower is. Military base or mercenary base are just better in every way. That's why I recommend buying the Necromancer last, only after you've bought everything else in TDS. This tower is more of a joke than a real strategy pick. It also costs almost as much as the Accelerator, $2,250. In 3rd place, the Accelerator. Once one of the strongest towers in the game, the Accelerator has lost its edge after being rebalanced. Now there are stronger and more efficient options, and it functions more like a standard DPS tower. At max level, the Accelerator deals 283.02 DPS, but upgrading it fully costs $51,950. You can place up to 8 accelerators, which gives you a total DPS of 2,264.16 when all are maxed out. That's a solid number, but the downside lies in its expensive early levels. Just placing an accelerator costs $5,000, and it only gives 26.2 DPS at level 0. In comparison, spending around $3,200 on a golden minigunner and an engineer gets you about 31 DPS from the minigunner and 23 DPS from the engineer. A much better return for your money early on. Its range is decent, 17.5 at level 0 and 22 at max level. It has lead detection from level 0 and hidden detection from level 1. But to place and upgrade it to level 1, you'll need around $6,200. Another major weakness is its targeting behavior. It locks onto a single enemy. That means while it's focused on one target, others can slip past unnoticed. However, one big advantage is that it only costs 2,500 gems to unlock, which is relatively cheap compared to other high DPS towers that are much harder to grind for. In 2nd place, the Brawler. The Brawler has 5 upgrade levels, costing a total of $21,250. At max level, it deals 224 DPS, and with a placement limit of 6, that gives you a total of 1,344 DPS, a very solid damage output. It's a melee tower with a range of 6 at level 0, increasing to 7 at max level. It has lead detection from level 0 and gains hidden detection at level 2. One of its biggest strengths is that it cannot be stunned. Brawler has unique mechanics that make it highly effective. It can stun enemies, knock back enemies, and jump onto them, dealing area damage with each leap. These abilities give it strong crowd control and make it more than just a basic DPS tower. Thanks to its low cost, early game utility, and solid damage, the Brawler works great as a starting defense, and it's even viable in hardcore mode. And the best part? It only costs 1,250 gems, making it one of the most affordable and worthwhile towers to unlock. 1st place, the Engineer. This tower has the highest DPS in the entire hardcore towers, 402 at max level, with a total upgrade cost of $53,700. With a placement limit of 6 engineers, the total DPS reaches 2,412. But the most impressive part isn't just its late-game power, it's also how strong and affordable its early levels are. For example, level 3 costs only $3,200 and gives you 23 DPS. Level 4 costs $6,200 and delivers 43 DPS, which is extremely efficient for the mid-game. The Engineer comes with lead detection from level 0 and gains hidden and flying detection at level 2, all for just $1,400. At max level, even its sentries gain hidden detection, which makes the tower even more effective overall. Speaking of which, The sentry mechanic is a huge part of what makes the engineer so powerful. In addition to dealing damage himself, the engineer spawns mini turrets that attack enemies as well. These sentries disappear after a while or can be destroyed, but while active, they provide extra DPS and crowd control. However, a big drawback is that if the sentries are gone, the DPS drops drastically, down to just 83 at max level. Personally, I use the engineer a lot in hardcore mode, especially against tough enemies. It's a truly versatile tower, strong in the early game, powerful in the late game, and reliable in any game mode. However, there is one downside. Its shop price is 4,500 gems, making it one of the most expensive towers to unlock. And according to recent rumors, a rework or balance change might be coming for the engineer in a future update. Alright, that's my full list and breakdown of the best hardcore towers in TDS. Hope this helped you out. And hey, if you've got your own top picks or think I missed something, drop it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.